I'm Alpha. That's Silver.
Hello.
And we haven't had enough of the overseas point and click yet, so here's another much shorter one called Schastye. Something like that.
Yes.
So yeah,
You gotta warble the A.
yeah.
Yes.
Shasta. Like that.
We're getting there.
So, not much to this menu. A volume control, pretty basic controls down here. Play, exit,
English,
3 choices of
Russian,
language.
Joyman.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's go.
Hmm. Okay.
Alright, so the mouse allows me to look around.
It's very Lethal Company coded.
Hmm.
Parentheses compliment.
Okay, so it looks like when I've got something clickable centered, it'll show up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me try something real quick. Never mind. I was trying to spawn a menu, but it wouldn't spawn. So the only apparent hotspot is this door out. Exit before finishing the story.
Well done. You shit your pants before the game started.
Funny, that time, that was the one achievement I had all the trouble with.
Yup.
Okay, let's try that again. There must be something else. Let me just click around at random then. Oh, I can actually move with WASDA apparently. Oh, I see. So I need to be close to certain things for them to highlight. Alright then. Apparently does nothing. Alright, so I've lit a match. Wonderful.
Incense, I believe.
So I've lit the incest, I see.
Необходимо обновленное и полное таинственных значений переходный обряд, потому что мальчики забыли, как становиться мужчинами, а девочки матерями. Все позабывали свои места. А также оно присуще восторженным демонстрантам, желающим бездушного существования в отсутствии Артур Круль. Артур Круль. Реквием по
Nice
Сократе.
boot time though.
Андрей.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well.
Wait.
It appears to have booted me. Stand by.
Mm-hmm.
code. Perhaps a more romantic person than I would compare it to a self-fulfilling prophecy. The divorce with Anna Matveevna, Yetwo, has not made my life easier. The most difficult part of it all was not being able to see my sons, Misha and Andrei Yetwo. At first, their mother would try to hinder our meetings in any way she could. Then she took them and moved to Nefteyogansk, severing our contacts completely. Being left by myself, I succumbed to the solace for which my nation is so notorious among the educated world: vodka. My actions were caused additionally by a series of cuts at my place of work that resulted in me losing the job. After spending all my remaining savings on alcohol, I had to move in with my mother, but I was not able to pay the rent. It's curious how similarly our brain reacts to some neural stimuli. It is proven now that most of the lingual formations invoke identical neural responses in the brain of most people. Holy hell. This is... Therefore, the reading of this text, for example, would induce the same neural reaction in almost any human reader. Were we living on the ground floor, my poor elderly mum hardly left the apartment, while I started my morning with a bottle of Talca on the bench in front of our building. There's gotta be an easier way to do this. That way I have soon found friends. The company was rather motley. It consisted of squalid academicians, Afghan veterans unable to find themselves in civil life, Turkmen janitors, and silent, sinewy laborers who would spend their daytime at job site, occasionally beat their wives, and drink heavily in the evening. The latter looked as though they were born through condensation on the grey concrete walls of this town, being the literal extension of it. One person stood out among them. His name was Fedor Ivanovich Rybkin. I am not exactly sure how he ended up in our company. Fedor Stepanovich had a stable job, engineer at Tarkovsky Limited, a two-room apartment at the Lenin Street, and as I have learned later, a small home library. When drinking, it's getting faster. When drinking, he never acted aggressively, never cried and complained. As a rule, his eyes gained some sort of a spark, and from a puny bald man he would transform into a charismatic, almost inspiring figure. One wanted to follow him. I got to know him better last winter. In the evenings, our company would roam about in the neighborhood. We would hang out on the porches, playgrounds, and yards of nearby apartment buildings. That evening, a janitor called Maksut and his homeless friend Vachenka were having their usual fun, singing loud songs in the yard, terrorizing bypassing teens and occasionally fighting each other. Fedor Stepanovich followed them quietly, while I was hit by a tide of melancholy, an emotion characteristical for that period of my life. At some point, I just sat down on a frozen tire sticking out of the ground. Snow started falling. Wind was howling in the pipes above, but high rises around the yard were hiding me from it. I still had a bottle with the remains of Tarka in my hand that I was gradually finishing. Snow sticking to my face has already stopped bothering me. My eyelids were heavy. It was getting harder and harder to keep my head up until I finally fell into a heavy crepuscular dream. I was having
Crepuscular means not being awake during the day, not being awake during the night, but being awake during dawn and dusk specifically, the twilight hours.
Okay, thank you. I was having the usual murky visions that one experiences when under the influence. White trees that emanated quiet crackles, seemingly electrical in nature, surrounded me. Somehow, I knew there were sycamores. It was hard to see anything, as a wall of impenetrable darkness started at arm length. Aside from crackles, the trees seemed to emit a different sound. It was quiet, light music, so tender and strange that it became instantly clear. It was not of a human origin. After wandering for several minutes or maybe days, I have stumbled upon an edge of that world. The stripe of white soil simply ended with a clean border. There was only darkness ahead. As I stepped past the margin, I have begun my unnaturally slow descent. I looked up and saw the world gradually revealing its underside. On it was an enormous creature, sitting in an insect-like pose. It looked remotely like a monkey, had snake eyes, and was wearing some sort of a mushroom-shaped hat. Its blue monkey lips, I hope they mean the face, were stretched in an uncanny smile, revealing a row of enormous yellow teeth. I really hope they mean the face. I woke up in an unfamiliar apartment. That was no big surprise. Suffering from hangover, I was struggling to identify whose apartment it was. The room was hardly furnished. All it had was a bed, on which I lied, a writing desk and a computer, and a colorful poster depicting John Lennon. Stumbling, I proceeded to the door. Bookshelves occupied most of the next room. On a little pillar in the corner stood a small wooden statue. It depicted a sort of a midget, with a snake-shaped penis and a weird mushroom-like hat. A saucer filled with dry sticks of incense lay before it. It emitted light smoke. I could hear the sound of something frying from the kitchen. As I went there, I saw Fedor Stepanovich Rybkin wearing an old morning gown. He was frying some eggs. Something from the Beatles was playing on the radio. I awkwardly asked where the toilet was. He pointed silently. As I urinated, I felt more and more uneasily. What was that weird thing in his living room? Why did he bring me to his house? He must have known I had my keys with me. Strange explanations came to mind, mostly homoerotic in nature, but I swept them away bravely. Finally, after gathering up the courage, I returned to the kitchen. Even now, my memories of everything that happened in the next year are crystal clear. Fedor Stepanovich turned out to be a decent man. He told me more about his job at Tarko, shared a story of his own divorce, and he showed me his library. It was a rather strange collection. I saw a hip little book by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, one exemplar of Chapev and Void by Victor Pelevin, even a shabby Al-Azif by A. Al-Hazred. A. Al-Hazred. Could that possibly be the Abdul Al-Hazred from King's Quest VI? Any chance at all, do you think?
Could be. Could be.
That
I
would-
believe that is the name that Lovecraft gives the mad Arab, quotes, who wrote the Necronomicon.
I see, so the King's Quest VI reference may have in turn come from there.
I believe so.
Possible. However, most of the space was occupied by a collection of works of some Marcel Greal. For some reason, the name felt familiar, as if I heard it sometime in my childhood. Fedor Stepanovich seemed somewhat surprised after I asked about the nature of Greal's work, but was kind enough to answer. Marcel Greal was an anthropologist Africanist known of his studies of the Dogon people of West Africa. One can still acquire records of his expedition to Senegal in 1933, as well as some rather unconventional methods used by Greal during his research of the extensive and surprisingly sophisticated mythology of Dogons. About 5 volumes of his works are dedicated to a certain family of mushrooms, usually referred to as Teth. According to Greal, in the very developed astrological culture of Dogons, this particular mushroom was known not only as a celestial projection of the star Sirius, but also as a physical embodiment of a certain nameless god. It is rather hard to make out what the nature of the nameless god is, at least from Marcel Greal's entries. Despite the numerous descriptions of allegedly real dialogues that took place between the author and the nameless deity, all of them appear to be very vague, filled with unclear vocabulary and queer metaphors. Beginning to detect a theme here. I was beginning to understand something. When I again asked about the strange figurine, instead of answering me, Fedor Stepanovich led me to the room where I woke up initially. He sighed and opened a table drawer. There were a couple of tiny, dry, pale mushrooms with thin, long stems lying there. He offered me one of them. After that experience, I almost quit drinking. With the help of an old friend, I have found a new job, which helped my mother and me immensely. Another thing I needed money for were the experiments that Fedor Stepanovich and I were now carrying out. We acquired the 10th mushrooms, that's what the mushrooms in the drawer were, through Rybkin's relative. A Soviet Africanist, he was sent on a scientific mission to Senegal under the order of the USSR. At the time, the sale and use of mushrooms was not regulated in West Africa, so the relative was able to bring a large amount of them back as a souvenir. In his turn, Marcel Greyol was kind enough to describe in detail how to contact the nameless god. Of course, the figurine I saw earlier depicted that very nameless god. Why did I want to meet it so badly? I have never taken drugs in my life. Maybe I wanted to get through to somebody outside the gray-colored garbage that was the universe around. I needed to complain to someone who wasn't comprised of the same nausea-inducing substance as the world I lived in. I desired an answer. I wanted to know exactly why I have been trampling this earth for 40 years already. Fedor Stepanovich, in his turn, was led by pure scientific interest. The first phase of preparations included a series of intense meditations. For hours, we would sit cross-eyed, freeing our heads of endless quarrels that various inner dwellers of our minds would have between each other. As we succeeded, it turned out that it was just these quarrels of our minds consisted of. Knots would loosen up the ribbon on our consciousness, gradually become unwoven, and fall down in rings until finally disappearing altogether. The rest was easy. Each of us needed to take 4 grams of the 10th mushrooms and build a means of transportation that would take us to the nameless deity. After some discussion, we had decided on Volga, because both of us were familiar with that car model. I was responsible for visualizing the hood and chassis, while Fedor Stepanovich dealt with the steering system and the car body. About 3 hours, we were painstakingly rebuilding the familiar vehicle from scratch in our minds. Sometimes the car part would turn out weird, then tremble and disappear into thin air, in which case the whole process had to be repeated. Finally, a glowing automobile stood in front of us. Its windows were shining with rainbow glares, and its tires were ringing subtly like bells. Rybkin took the place behind the wheel, and I sat beside him. The engine was emitting a quiet electrical clacking. We took off. The tires rustled, as the walls of the room started to move according to their axes. Left and right walls were put behind us. The ceiling flashed with sparkles as it jerked upwards. The floor was stationary for a time, until it suddenly crumbled entirely, falling off in geometric shapes. Steadily accelerating, we flew through fractal spaces. The world around was changing constantly, acquiring new shapes that grew out of one another, turning inside out. Red and orange spheres busted open as they turned into blue, infinitely long, sharp towers connected to each other by numerous thin lilac bridges that rotated in countless dimensions and unfathomably turned back into orange spheres that were now covered in an innumerable amount of copies of themselves, gyrating, 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 gyrating. Finally, the engine went silent. We were here, in the forest, the one that I saw in my dream. The sky was just as black, but one could now see the huge golden sun shining through the darkness. The nameless god with the snake eyes was waiting for us in the middle of the forest. His grin was infinitely more terrifying than the figurine could convey. Fedor Stepanovich fell on his knees. I attempted to do the same, but quickly discovered that I didn't have any knees, nor did I possess a body. Something strange was happening to Rybkin. His face looked just like a sound of a blue car horn, as his whole body gathered into some sort of spindle, as though readying itself for an energetic jump. The attention of the nameless god was wrapping itself around Fedor Stepanovich's head in the form of a golden glow. When it focused into an infinitely bright dot, there was a loud snap, and Rybkin disappeared. You still awake over there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just taking it all in.
I'm not even sure what it is we're taking in, to be honest, but I ain't here to ask questions. My following dialogue with the nameless god is almost impossible to describe with words. It wasn't exactly a dialogue either, for it turned out that the nameless god, as well as I, as well as the forest around, in the absence of Fedor Stepanovich Rybkin in it, are no more than mere disturbances on the surface of the ribbon comprising our minds. Nothing existed but that ribbon, so it was only natural that the ribbon itself did not exist either. There was one wish, keeping me from forever diluting in the absolute knowledge of the world's essence. All I strived for now was to share his incredible godly blessedness with every one human being in this universe. Then, employing the voice of Fedor Stepanovich Rybkin, the nameless god told me about the prophecy. The prophecy is a combination of words, the general semantic sense of which would lead any human reader, no matter the age, sex, or nationality, to an instant grasp of the essence of existence. The understanding does not come directly. All the prophecy does is activate neural change in a specific order. As a result, the path into nothingness is built in the reader's consciousness. Any person who read the text would inevitably revert to their original form. To put it simply, the reader would forever disappear from this world, severing and unwinding the vines of their existence. As I came to my senses in the living room, I saw Fedor Stepanovich lying near me, unconscious. His nose was bleeding. My head was killing me, but without losing time, I went to the room with the computer. John Lennon was still there, looking at me from the poster. After swallowing another 2 of the pale mushrooms, I opened Word and started typing the prophecy. I wasn't expecting it to end quite that abruptly. And that was the 3rd and final achievement. Is that it? Is that really the end? What the hell even what?
I get it.
Do you?
And yes. But I don't necessarily. Sorry. I understand, but I don't get it. I understand that you like disappear from the universe as soon as you finish writing it because now you have read the prophecy.
Mm-hmm.
And the prophecy teaches you what you need to know to grasp the nature of the universe in such a way that you transcend from reality. However, I don't understand why one would do this.
I have no answer, good, bad, or otherwise, for that. I got nothing more to say here.
Is that really everything? What were the 3 achievements? There was quitting before you start.
Interacting with everything in the room, and fulfilling the prophecy. Getting
I
kicked
see.
out via computer. So, by all accounts, that's it. Boy, that was certainly a thing.
That was certainly a thing.
Yes. Now, let me ask you something. How have you been able to figure the issue with Quest for Glory 5?
Oh my goodness. Okay. No.
Okay.
No, I was not around at all this weekend, so I did not get a chance to boot up the old computer.
No worries.
Which is still sitting in pieces, by the way. I should do that tomorrow. I should just grab the C drive from that and put it in here and delete Windows off of it.
Yeah. Yeah, only because this was awfully short.
Yeah. So short that I feel like we should do something else. Um,
How about Eliza?
um,
At least start it.
I did start it. Remember you joined in? I streamed it a bit with Juno.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, I mean, if
Um,
you're streaming it with Juno, we have a couple other things we could do here.
indeed. Indeed.
But we can discuss that off of this. Let me hit the button and get us out of here, because that was thing.
Did you ever play Pony Island?
I've not.
That... How long... Pony Island playthrough is about 6 hours. That is not short enough for us. I think you might enjoy Pony Island, though.
Do you have it?
I do.
Cool. Let me add that to this then.
I believe Pony Island was made by the people who went on to make Inscription.
Haven't heard of that one either.
You've never heard of Inscription?
I haven't.
Oh
Like, I
man, Inscription was my like game of the year for like 2020
nice.
or maybe 2021. I don't remember. But one of the first years of COVID, it was my game of the year.
Ah, most impressive.
Indeed. Oh, I've got another one that we could do if you would like.
Yeah.
The Magic Circle. I own it.
All right. Let me bump off of this stream, and we can do that on yours.
Or
if
do
you'd
you
like,
want
or
to just
unplug it?
do you want to just stream the Discord stream of my stream?
I could attempt that.
It's just crazy enough to work.
All right. Why not? We'll make that a bonus material kind of thing then.
Yeah.
So you folks, if anyone is indeed out there, just so you don't get kind of stripped of your money's worth here, we're just going to stay right here, and we're going to do this thing.
Okay. So. Ooh. The rain just started up again.
Yeah, I've been waiting
There
for...
are few sounds quite as soothing as rain on a rooftop.
Indeed. I like it when
Alright.
I like it when I'm going to sleep.
I am gonna wait the 3% for Quest for Glory to finish downloading. Done. Alright, booting up Magic Circle. And then starting a stream for you.
For me?
For you!
Oh, well, gosh, you shouldn't have. Yuck. Alright, let me bring this to full screen. Drop this. Open up the full screen on Twitch. Well, here's your bonus material, kids. I can see it. I'm not hearing anything. Now I hear it.
My old man used to take off his wedding ring and sort of flick it into a spin. I remember being scared to blink, like, what if he loses it? Would he lose Mom? Would he lose me? So, that's our cold open. Just a ring, twirling over black. Will it stand or fall? And then, as Starfather, I speak. Once, Starfather stood alone before the circle. Within it, he placed everything. First breath, final gasp, love, loathing, you. By his will, circle became ring. By his hand, earth parted from sky. But even he could not foresee the coming of Ava Nadir. Okay, I'm trying to record here, and you're making that face again.
The player can skip this, right?
Oh, yes. This story is only my life's work, but by all means, skip to the last page. Shall I leave it blank, so you have somewhere to doodle?
Ish, you were married, right? You and your wife ever dress up? You know, role play.
Maze.
Thought so. And in that little scene, did y'all find yourselves in burning need of a narrator? No. The meaning lives and dies in the act.
Someone's never been in love.
It's just a game. Shut up and let them play.
People, just use this take for now. I'll redo it tomorrow. We end on Through the Ring, and fade up as the hero awakens.
I distinctly hear Dr. Venture in that voice.
Yeah, you're right.
Is it him?
I don't think so, but I wouldn't be shocked.
Because damn, that'd be great if it was him. So first of all, what the hell are we looking at here? Everything's in flames.
Indeed. Default textures. Invisible walls. Oh, it might actually let me just jump off. Whee!
That was fun. Wasn't that fun, everybody?
Guys, I can't put any loot or optional story in here until you approve it.
Oh, fuck the fourth wall, I guess.
I think the point is that we are experiencing people who are making a game, and the writer and the art director are arguing about it.
Yeah, so the fourth wall wasn't even built yet, basically. Father saw... Oh.
I didn't move forward.
Hold, please. So, who are you? A new playtester? Well, let me save you some time. Today, I push the buttons.
Ish, we are not changing this part again.
20 years, Maze. 20 years I've wasted writing about the almighty player. But who is the player anyway? They're like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Genocide. They demand a world full of deep, compelling characters, yet at any time, they reserve the right to turn said people into piles of gently glowing ash. What possible story could survive these conditions?
It's a murder mystery now? Everyone's dead. Who could do such a thing? Oh yeah, me.
Look! Look at our hero. A lonely mute who can't even lower their killing hand. Matricide is just how they say hi.
Your story needs Mom to live, so I have to cut all weapons out of the game? Negative. Fire me.
Never.
Sorry, bro. Long story. No choice.
Amazing. What an incredible exercise in unpreparedness.
All right, what was next?
If you are a playtester, you can scratch combat off your list of hero features to test. Bet you can't wait to brag about your new job. Walking and dying.
May, shall we continue? Now, we don't have any animations yet, but I can make do. Hero. The demoness, Ava Nadir, has stolen my ring. She alone now commands life and death. Something.
Ish. The company is broke. The last Kickbacker campaign raised less money than that joke fund demanding to
Kickbacker.
have you caned by the state.
That was you trying to get fired. Even now, I struggle to hold the sky aloft.
Never proven. Point is, we can't raise a penny more without a live gameplay demo.
Yes, I'm writing the demo script as we speak. Wit must be your sword, and virtue your shield. Now go, hero. Take back the circle.
Truly.
Eric left. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that song is better for a boss fight. What else do we have?
Eric last, lead level designer. Escape. I don't know which of your artists did it, but putting the elementary lock way above the door means that like 110% of testers just spin in place, clutching the keys,
Mysterious,
looking for a
but
hole,
This is the ending. Sadder, maybe.
and cursing the game's designers. Well, I have news for you. All the glorious detail you put into treetops, the vaulted ceilings, not a mortal soul has ever seen them. Repeat after me. The player never,
No,
ever,
still not quite right.
ever looks up. Fix it. I gotta look this up real quick. What's this called?
What are you
again?
looking up?
I wanna know if this is the voice of Doc Venture.
This is the Magic Circle.
The Magic Circle. Game cast.
Cloud Realm Key. For now, this quest is unfinished. Just cheat and spawn the Air Realm Key.
Incredible. So, that's Ish Gilder I'm listening to, right? Oh, let's see. James or Beniak? I knew it. It was him.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. James or Beniak? Wow, what a small world. Same deal. Spawn fire key. So we're actually playing as a playtester. Love
And
it.
then 8 to 12 hours later, I am Ava Nadir. Then we release the Hellhounds. Oh, wait, but we just cut combat. So,
We? Oh no. I'm deleting the endgame bridge so the team knows we're blocked by your decision. I want to ship this thing. That's the contract I signed. You stole 10 years of my life.
we don't own you, just the rights to your celebrity name and face. And if you quit, I use it like so. My real name is Maze Evelyn. Once I was a hotshot pro gamer, but now I teach yoga. I'm also legally married to a crystal formation.
You're holding my brand hostage? Okay-ish. Okay. I'll stay on until the demo, but wait till I tell you my new idea for the endgame.
Threats don't sink in anymore, Maze. Try reading some of my fan mail. Now I need to review the final cinematic. Alone. Thank you.
What a perspective.
Yeah, I designed that fight to be hard, not unwinnable. But with no weapons, it might as well be a cutscene. Thanks, Ish. But there's a bug I haven't fixed. Your body was erased, but it hangs around, taking up memory. You can still move if you want to finish testing.
Nice. I mean, you tell me though, is it a bug or an undocumented feature?
Potato, tomato.
Yep.
I need to rewrite this too. Something like, even weaponless, the champion defeated Nadir, for they had selflessly offered up their firstborn son to Starfather.
To become a new god. I like it.
Ah, hello. Coda, right? Mace's community intern. Why are you here?
Love, sir. Your work is the great love of my life.
Coda?
Don't panic. I won't ask you to sign any body parts. But I have literally grown up, waiting for the sequel, and I will help finish it.
Did you rehearse this?
Many times, but hear me out. It might interest you to know that you make video games for a living. That should be an act of love. But after 20 years, well, love is not some mystic, inexhaustible force. It's a fuel. Projects like this run on it. And sir, with respect, your tank is dry. You think I sound young, but purpose trumps experience, and you know it. This upcoming demo, I won't sleep until it's perfect. The magic circle has come too far to run empty now. It will reach everyone. And if necessary, sir, I'll burn for it.
Coda? Ignore whatever Maze told you. Now you're hired.
That's...
Let me guess. You're thinking, that's it? Did I miss the punchline? And you're right, boss. This world is a joke. I need you to finish it.
And how do you propose we, do that now?
Pro mode.
Alright.
Oh, shit.
The gods of this world don't know you, boss, but they're scared of what you might do. They have to treat you like some reptile with a credit card who can't stay awake without watching something die. But we both know you can quit this world at any time. I can't. I'm trapped here, and I need your help. Hope that's enough.
I mean, I guess it'll have to be.
Welcome back. By now, you can see that the gods will never finish this world, boss. Hell, they can't even decide on the color of the sky. To fix it, we gotta start by breaking you.
Me?
You. Sorry, Alpha.
Okay.
Think romantic. Okay, we're doing this.
When the gods screw up in the act of creation, that life ends up in the cracks. This is one such crack.
I was kind of hoping for, well, something else. Well, I'll stick my
Are
hand in
you
that. I'll stick my
you
hand in
ready
that hole.
to embrace the whole of glory?
By that, do you refer to the glory hole? Because I'm always ready for a glory hole. Ooh.
Okay.
Before the gods made the world, everything looked like that. Just a big circle of nothing. The trick is to stare into it and see anything else. Now, when you make your own circle, it's like ripping a black hole in theirs. Trap something inside, and it ain't never the same again.
Yes, I see.
Good. Now, if you see something that looks kinda ghostified, it means the gods unmade it. It takes life to bring it back.
Hold. Okay, intern. Is trusts you. Your new job is to convince him that you should build our big gameplay demo. First, convince me.
I'm nervous. Your work is sort of the great love of my life. But speaking of Starfather, see this rando down here? Pretend this is Ish. Do I score any points with you if I just...
Hey! No! 0 points. First up, that was a live playtester. You just changed the world for everyone.
Say that again.
And second, that love crap? Clumsy. Button up your blouse. I don't need to see your soul, okay? That tester heard you. Hold up. This bridge was cut. And this zone isn't even ready for playtest. Who or what was that? I need intel.
Same time tomorrow?
See, boss? With them around, fixing this world ain't an option. I call them sky bastards. But they ain't got the know-how to close the cracks. So now your life is gonna flow right back in there. And then, payback.
Payback is bitch.
Okay.
Now, the gods' biggest weakness is the past. If we dig up something shameful enough, they'll crowd around it, pointing fingers, guaranteed. Then we jump out and ghost a sky bastard. Maybe even get inside it. And then, well, the gods claim that they hold up the sky. But I say, knock it down. Don't you want to see what's behind it?
I mean, how about Escape Tremaine, art director. So I had to delete the bridge. Sorry, Eric, but Ish decided it was too advanced for the primitives in this area. I know it breaks connectivity, but since you guys haven't actually implemented any quests in here, I figured it's not a big deal. If it's a problem, we can put in a giant pink brick or something until we properly make a primitive bridge. What do you think that means? Sticks? Whatever. Let me know.
Filling in ghosts costs life.
If you want to get everybody arguing, bring up a previous iteration of the bug board.
The bug board?
Yes, the board on
Um,
which you log bugs. That'll piss people off.
Creature trapped. Trapped creatures can be edited with the E key.
Good. You found a way inside that monster's head.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the god's ideas, he's only half a joke. All punchline. No setup. Think you can finish it?
It's possible.
You can't use a creature's powers yourself, but you can stitch them on to anything else. Mix and match body parts to get the job done.
Well, we have choices. The real question is, which choice... Oh. Alright. I mean, look, I think that one's funny. I mean,
Yeah.
accurate enough.
Pulling off his legs will work as long as you don't go near him.
Hey, I didn't necessarily say pulling off his legs. All I said was pulling off.
Yanking out his teeth, huh? Well, congrats. You're equally impotent.
I also... You know, he kind of just ruined my next line. I was going to say something about yanking off, but not necessarily his teeth.
That'll work. Now he knows that hunting you is a sucker's game.
Well, if we're looking to survive...
Guard dog, huh? Smart. But if he lifts a leg on you, I may get my first laugh in years.
So, in other words, you think somebody getting pissed on by a dog is funny?
See? Trap it with the circle, rewrite the rules it lives by. Anything a creature can do, you can yank that part out and stitch it into one of your pets.
Such as...
Friend thing. Oh. Okay.
Aw, he's a good boy. Good boy. I didn't know
His eyes are so horrifying!
horrifying. No, he's the cutest. Don't say bad things about friend thing. What's wrong with you?
I am mushroom!
Aw, hi mushroom. Who's a good mushroom? Who's a good mushroom?
My allies are wizards. Hmm.
Do they mean actual magic casting wizards, or is this another piss joke?
My body glows. I have much life and strength, but no one to share it with. I shield all my allies from damage. I am already your best friend.
I mean, that all seems nice, but...
Oh, it can be used as a flashlight. Beautiful. You still with us, friend thing? Yes, you are.
Oh, who's a good boy? Who's a good friend thing?
Get stuck, or just in a hurry, fast travel on the map. I am rock. I move by nothing. I attack with nothing. My special abilities are fireproof.
So now we can assign somebody fireproof.
Friend thing. Friend thing, you are now fireproof. Oh, you turned red. I have to. I'm so sorry, friend thing.
You just stripped him for parts. No loves, no hates, no legs, and no teeth. What now?
Oh my god. Now he has a horrible eye.
What have you done?
And he's red, because he's fireproof. Come along. I am delicious friend. Come along, delicious friend. Come along, friend thing. Actually,
This is a very modernized pet simulator.
summon delicious friend. Summon friend thing. Travel to First Howler Castle. Summon rock. Hey, this is kind of cool. I like this.
Escape Tremaine, art director. Eric, just letting you know that I am aware this is a tempting dead end with no way out. I am going to be adding a cave here. This is just step one, so don't freak out. It's not like anyone is actually going to be playing the game. Ever.
Okay, so let us... try again. Okay, we're... oh, was he always here? Oh, look at him go.
I see him.
What a little guy.
You know, what's funny is that that's not
See,
the first...
I watch the gods. I collect their voices as evidence. But they ain't free, so I have to spread them out, hidden in random objects like this. Sorry about that.
Did he just say I have to spread them?
Oh! Oh! Oh!
That's...
Oh!
That's not great.
Oh!
On top of it not being great, this is, downright...
Coda, do you think I'm too old to use a search engine? too quick to trust you.
Greetings, streamers. After this latest delay, all I can say is Ishgilder is no longer the star father I once worshipped.
Wait! That is the passion of a fan. Maybe the fan. In my family, it's a toss-up who has the more anticipated sequel. You or Jesus.
Coda, it's just a game.
Not to me.
Ah, correct answer. Correct. Now sit here, read through the entire script, and then render unto me some piercing insights. Or you can start another stream with this. Greetings, streamers. Just got fired by a has-been god.
Decisions, eh?
Look left to upgrade this creature, but be careful, upgrades are permanent. Oh, they have different stats. I did not realize this. Alright, quick. Give me a basic sum of all these pips. 5...
18.
Thank you. And then we summon our friend the Pet Rock.
15.
I so desperately want there to be a sprint button. Ooh, okay. Was not actually expecting to get up here, but here I am.
Maybe Doc
Naughty,
ventured.
Naughty. You're not even supposed to be here yet, boss. That's a damn good sign.
Come, delicious friend.
Why are you asking your pet to ejaculate? Leaf Troper, lead tester. Whoever is reading this, you're probably not a dev. Those guys never bother to look places like this. Nor a tester. Their accounts don't have the permissions to reach these locations. Just in case, though, if you read this, come over to my desk and say, "Hey, Leaf, you owe me a beer," and I'll buy you one. In the off chance you are not someone at TMC Games, I might know who you are, and I have some things I'd like to say to you. I have hidden more of these notes, and left you hints that only you will be able to see, if you are who I think you are. You might have seen the one that pointed you here.
I actually did not.
Too far to trap? Not with that attitude.
Oh, can't jump. Can't jump. Invisible ceiling. Ooh, invisible wall. Oh, that's... okay.
What we need is invisible floor.
Indeed. Oh, that just popped in. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay.
Right now, you got outside eyes. Nothing here seems real. That's good. See, the gods of this place mean to kill that disbelief. I aim to keep it alive. Mouth to filthy mouth.
that so?
There's another howler down there.
We need it.
We need another friend thing.
Ladies?
Always.
This is not the demo area.
The intern is, practicing. I was reminding her that any color scheme must be approved by you.
Coda can use any color she wants. In fact, Coda, come with me. Bring your opinions.
I'm honored, my lord.
Okay, I like that, but maybe don't ever do it.
You might wonder why you're doing all the dirty jobs. Part of the reason is I'm in a jail of sorts. Had to learn to work this world in less direct ways. But mainly it's 'cause I'm lazy. Feels good, you know, admitting it.
Sounds like a dev. Lazy bastards. But then again, their laziness is why I have a career, so...
That's what you look like, boss. The gods' plan was there'd be more than one of you heroes. But they canned that idea again. So now this thing is kind of stillborn. Maybe crack it open? See what happens?
That sounds dangerous. Therefore, we do it. Aw, Howler.
Maze, can we talk about the motion cameras? These headsets. Given what what you're asking me to accomplish, it's risky to speak freely into so many mics.
Yeah, you learn to unsee them. The whole office is wired up. Everything you do or say here is considered content that we own. In case it's genius.
It is. So, that's why you have to get fired. Contractually, the company cedes control of your likeness, your voice.
But if I just quit before we ship, haha, they keep the rights. Anyway, don't sweat the mics. At TMC, assume the spectrum runs from total indifference to total incompetence. Nobody actually checks the recordings. And my plan gets me fired before they come into play.
That seems misleading.
Delicious friend. A delicious friend.
Well, I'm glad Delicious...
Hello, little mushroom.
I'm glad Delicious Friend is a mushroom and not a prostitute. Because you know how fucking funny it would be if it was a prostitute? Now, hang on just a minute. We gave it its name. What are you doing? What are you doing rewriting history?
Listen, you said it's not a prostitute, so
I know what I said.
Now it is not a prostitute.
But you can't just...
Can't I?
I guess you were supposed to live out a fairy tale, born to end some war when your sword got big enough. But the gods would have had to agree on all your powers, so you get none. But look around. Every creature here was abandoned by the gods. Let them be your fists, your fangs.
You,
Come, delicious friend. You are my fist and my fang.
You care to say that again about the size of my sword?
am I going now? Well, this looks like the right way.
The gods have promised that they'll tie off this story in a neat little bow. Everyone will confront a demon, learn a hard-won lesson, and complete an arc. But that's a crock. As evidence, I submit the gods themselves. Watch them long enough and you'll see. People don't arc. They loop.
I thought they slotted. But hey, what do I know? This ain't the universe that I code in. Matter of fact,
I don't get it.
I was rambling.
Ramblin'. I bet I'm missing a path on lower. Indeed. What have we here? Face the wheel and hold F to activate heavy doors, boss.
Noted. The pay respects button has multiple uses.
Oh. Okay. Alright, yes, okay.
Ooh, yeah. That stupid cinematic is glitched again. You're stuck behind widescreen bars until you hard quit. Tell you what, though. As a gesture of good faith, I'll just break you out of story jail. There. Now imagine being stuck in that cutscene for 10 actual years. That's my life here. When my game plays too rough for his story bible, Ish tears the controls right out of my hands. But I think you can help me get fired. I'm guessing you hacked in. Good. This game is broken, right? So exploit it. Abuse it. Make it chase you on a leash. I'll be watching.
Are they trying to make us do GIMP stuff? Because, I mean, look, I'm not exactly opposed, but...
Fun with subtext.
So, the fort in the forest. The hero has managed to elude the savage Howler pack, right?
Minus any weapons.
But here he learns that they are an intelligent race, caged for generations by the villagers. The predatory behavior now is a rebellion. Sort of my Animal Farm take on the slave trade.
Oh man, if I tell you how dumb you sound, will you be too embarrassed to fire me?
Maze, please.
Look at the actual human population of your fantasy world. Want Coda to do a little diversity census on the whiteboard? Or, you know, just leave it blank?
Coda, please tell the art guys that we need to talk about the townsfolk. Until then, let's revert to placeholder skills, please.
Mushroom.
Aw, shroomy boy. Who will win? The devs who we collectively refer to as the gods, or one shroomy boy?
To me, shroomy boy.
Don't think anything needs more than one of any given anything.
To me, not a prostitute. To me, delicious friend. That definitely does not belong.
Sure it does. Thinking along the proper point of view.
This is my world. Told you I was old. In my day, the gods were cocky. Figured they could handle more than one hero. See that elevator door? It won't open for just you. I can help you trick it though, maybe. Find me in Hibernetics.
Hibernetics. Okay.
Corpse!
Our new friend. You suck. Do you people see what I have to put up with? May I ask why, Silver? Why do you hate me to this degree?
Hate? I don't hate. You're my dear friend.
I see. So, what have I done to earn this favor of getting to roleplay the corpse?
First off, we should look at the stats.
Total 15.
Okay. Not as good as not a prostitute, but you are my friend, so I will give you the gift of walking
Thanks.
and meleeing. Look at that! You got yourself a sword! You got yourself a little lightsaber!
So in other words, I have the Schwartz.
You do have the Schwartz! Hibernetics.
Can you find me an enemy with a Schwartz as big as mine? Carl! If you're gonna give him that name, at least find him a nice hat.
I understood that reference.
Oh, I'm glad.
Cyber Rat.
He is slimy, contemptible sewer rat. I hope you understand that reference too. Oh, Fawn.
Mm-hmm. I attack with nothing. Yay!
If the gods ever finished my story, I was supposed to wake up here. But the hibernation pod is sealed. I can't open it from inside. Think you can spring me? If it's alive in this world, everything it does is a word of God. Fly or fall, fight or fuck, they burned that word into its head and said, go. You want to take on the sky bastard? You gotta trap their creations, tear the powers out of them, and stitch them back together your way.
Does that mean fuck is something here?
Mm-hmm.
Because I would so love to use that.
Hentai game confirmed.
Going on 20 years I've been stuck in here, waiting for the gods. When I got bored, I reached out into the system to learn the ropes and to look for someone like you. This arm implant was meant for my world, but it should help you boss your pets around. Find a way to take my arms with you. I'll come along for the ride.
A waypoint tool, huh? Okay.
Hey, now I can talk your ear off from inside your head. Plus, your new set of arms should help you con that scanner at the elevator. It wants a second hero, but my guess is anyone will do.
What do you look like now that you have melee? Oh, you've got like a helmet with daggers on it. Cool.
Not bad. How does he fight, though?
Presumably she fights by interesting. Now I no longer have the ability to now I no longer have oh, tab is to switch to trap. Okay.
I knew it. They were too lazy to make that scanner look for something specific.
Sounds right.
I had this world near to fixed, despite the gods. Then they scrap the whole damn thing and start over with the magic frickin' kingdom up there. Now I know. They ain't never gonna finish. It's a big loop. And you and me, we were born to break it.
Yeah, sounds a little embittered.
7 plus.
Yeah, it's 14.
Okay. My special abilities are Lightning Rod. Fawn, you are now immune to lightning.
You gave me a rod. Oh, you gave the dog a rod.
Ooh. Oh boy, look at her go. She is... That's pretty cool. Alright, I like that a lot. That's dope.
Pretty nice.
But you know what? There was a lightning block door downstairs, so we're gonna double back there. Because you always check the wrong way first. Thank you, Fawn. You're the best.
See, if creation is a language, you want to be the slang. Take what the gods made and give it a filthy new truth.
Is that what we're good
10
for?
years. We've all aged 10 years hitting beta. We're down to minor fixes. So as project director, the most valuable thing I can do now is to record, you guessed it, creator commentary. But first, scotch. Indulge me in a toast to the team. The sad tale of the space station Limina and its fateful encounter with the Circle is all of our babies. Here's to you.
Alright. I am thoroughly enjoying this, but I have no idea how fun it is to watch.
I mean, I'm enjoying listening to Doc Venture more than much else.
You know, I never really... I watched like the first 2 seasons when they came out, and then I didn't watch any more.
I think that needs to be rectified.
I agree.
I know only the early major characters. With a grand respect for Brock Sampson.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Fawn, do your thing.
Wow.
So the original text adventure only briefly touched on the distant future at the end. Back then I just wrote whatever I wanted you to imagine, and were shocked when you paid me so well. So I may have surprised you to begin on a space station. And I recognize that compared to the original, this time your hero was a little more anti. Anyway, for all his faults, I hope the pro found a way under your skin.
Actually in my bed, but we'll not split hairs over it. A lot of regions left, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Coda, you are not capturing video of this. This is not the plan.
The fans deserve to see the truth. Someone brought the old sci-fi version back, and now we know. It was finished, and you both canceled it.
Ish cut multiplayer. I didn't want my name on it. Plus, Coda, that was years ago. Focus on the demo. You sold Ish on giving me a sword to satisfy action fans. Now make his avatar mortal. I kill Starfather, the crowd laughs at Ish, and at last, he fires me.
No. Maze Evelyn, you rose from the fan community, but you have forgotten us. And before we fire you, you will atone. Just check your mail.
What effective immediately all likeness rights? Ish signed my brand over to you?
Never even asked why. We are your only way out now. After this is done, we have a new demo plan for you. Till then, stay in your room and think about what you've done. We still love you. We just expected more.
You brought back my world and drew the bastard in, boss. But it's using cheats. So those old whirly-birds up there will act like it's bodyguards. Now you need a plan to deal with all three. I know for sure you ain't got the parts you need yet. Could take a while. Go find them.
Eric,
Line.
I got your note about testers getting stuck up there and not knowing how to get down. I'm pretty sure my solution has the clarity you requested. God forbid anyone have to look around at the art.
Escape, the player isn't your enemy, you know. I'm not either.
Sorry, Eric. I know that's not fair. I think this endless march is getting to me. I'll replace it with something real soon. Just needed a vent.
Oh, no problem, of course. The clarity there is pretty good, so whatever you do, try not to lose that.
Never mind. It's staying. Although I might not.
What are you? Juggalos?
Oh boy. Ground movement. My allies are nothing. I just love the way that reads. 16.
8. Okay, so that's hide with the mushroom? I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Ooh, locked by groupthink. I mimic Hiver Queen. I move by ground, I attack with melee. My special abilities are groupthink. My enemies are the hero. My allies are blank. I can be picked up false. 1 life, 4 attack, 7 speed.
That's a measly ass 12. Useless.
But also we can't edit it, so... However, the Hiver Queen, we should be able to edit. My enemies are Hiver. My enemies are Hiver. Where is...
You've given me a reason to fight.
Indeed. Delicious friend, your enemies are Hiver. Hell yeah! Alright, let's go into battle. Ooh, okay.
Oh,
When
that sounds
something
lovely.
dies around here, even you, that life ends up in the cracks. You want to bring back a ghost? Gotta give it some life. And the bigger it is, the more it'll cost you. Just like the circle. Point is, boss, if it's worth doing, it's gonna hurt.
Okay. Carl!
Rhoda, I
Carl!
told you this sci-fi stuff. Is completely irrelevant to the demo.
It wasn't me, sir, truly. Just some kind of glitch. With great dramatic timing.
I see. Wow. How old is this stuff? My God. Years. I'll be 61 in the fall, Coda. No family. For better or worse, this is what they'll remember me by.
Yes, exactly. On that demo stage, you have to make yourself believe again.
Long ago, I proposed a system that would generate unique offspring from player behavior. You could teach them like real children. The tech team said no.
This is your baby. Tech will have to take the fake demo version as a challenge.
You know? Yes, damn it. Saying this aloud, how can the demo be about anything else? That crowd... has to see a child born into our world, and love it as I do. To fear for its future as I do. Well, read my script. Thoughts?
It's a little... safe. In Act 3, when Starfather returns from the dead, it feels cheap because nothing has changed. Respectfully, we've already solved this in fanfic.
Oh, that's a porn thing, isn't it? I don't go in for that kind of...
Starfather should come back as a woman. For he hath known the shape of man and woman both. Your words.
This is surreal.
Star Mother.
You people know my world better than I do.
And if you run into a story problem, I can start a forum argument about it. They won't even know they're working for you. Starfather.
Tell me more about your dark art, my child. What was it I said at the end of the original text adventure? By the time we understand our legacy...
It is too late to change it.
How in the world did they get away with that shuttlecraft design?
Now, boss, maybe you see a problem and your solution don't seem clean enough. Like maybe the gods wanted you to do something else. Something perfect. Fuck that. Chasing perfect is what got them into this mess. If your way does the job, it's more right than they'll ever be.
Can't argue with that.
Hope you ain't expecting actual magic. Cause all this, just a cheap trick. And under that, a cheaper one. All the way down. The magic comes from outside the circle. Like you.
It is 10:30. I can keep going, but let me know when you want to end.
Yeah, let's get to a midpoint in the story and then halt there.
I would do anything for a sprint button. Even kill.
Nothing so drastic. I would say just give your left testicle.
Obviously, we owe an immense debt to the Clarkian First Contact stories. I mean, you've played it by now, but I can't help bitching. An object nicknamed the Magic Circle appears in space, in a universe danger close to heat death, okay? But the brave souls who volunteer to suit up and pass through the circle come back dead, but wearing this beatific grin. Classic. I mean, if you aren't tingly right now, you have no soul. So Darkest Hour stuff. Oh, we realized halfway through dev that we couldn't support a world this dense. Be it out of memory errors.
I have good news for you.
Terrain
What's that?
holes. I was despondent. Certainly.
I'm giving you a wardrobe upgrade.
Let me guess.
We'd have to
It's a
cancel.
sundress.
As if by actual magic, they were gone. And
I
look,
was-
I'm a highly public atheist, but damned if I didn't feel like something took pity on me. So here's to you, whoever you are.
What is your favorite color?
Red.
Is it?
True, pure 255 red.
Alright, well, got you in a red jumpsuit. Still have a blue lightsaber, but...
I much prefer the birthday suit.
Mushroom Wizard! Hero! I can shield you with my magic, but I'm locked in Adir's prison! Free me!
Ah, sorry, I messed it up. Sorry.
Stick it in the hole.
What do we have that we can stick in the hole?
The Schwartz.
Okay. More. Yeah.
Two problems here. First, the key. It's only meant to become visible when the player uses the search skill, so for QA purposes I added a temp erase button. Once proper RPG skills finally get implemented, testers can delete the key and retry searching at all skill levels. Second problem, the lava. Guys, it's easy. You place the art for the lava, then you place an invisible box-shaped trigger around it. When players or creatures hit that box, it deals fire damage. But when your trigger box sticks out of the lava like this, it kills things inexplicably. The hero is supposed to watch a couple of hapless juggos plunge in and get burnt here, but thanks to you, they spawn dead. I am making misplaced triggers like this visible in-game until fixed. Maybe a public shaming will get you guys to check your work? That's real life enough.
Erase key. I don't want to erase key. I want to have key not erase. Okay. Alright, one of you is fireproof. Delicious friend, you are fireproof. I say. They're spawning dead because of the lava. Okay, so, Alpha!
Yes?
I'll be honest, I don't know what to do. I've gotten you to the key, but I do not know what this does for us.
You're getting my ass kicked is what you're doing. That jiggling blob is gonna beat me up.
Carl.
So we can't actually use those things to cross, huh?
Oh, I know what we need to do. I'm sorry, friends. I need to take your fireproof. Behold. A very silly solution. Uh-oh. That didn't work out the way I wanted. Wait, no. Hmm. Okay. I'm not sure what to do about that. Oh wait, when I have no life, I can interact with ghostly things and I cannot die. Oh, fuck.
It's a Jugadillo.
Okay. Nope, we're back. We're back. I know what to do now. Okay. So. No, we're not back. This actually does not work. Fuck. Is there a way for me to kill that Jugadillo?
Do you have any offensive moves? Actually, I was going to say, can you pick something up while you're standing on it and throw it with you on it? No.
Bootstrapping it. Okay, I know how to do this now.
You do?
Yes. Behold. Whoop. Okay, that didn't work.
Oh, behold.
So when I'm out of life, I cannot die, and I can interact with things that are deleted.
So basically don't revive, and you should be able to cross them like bridges.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make that
Yeah.
jump?
I don't think so. I think I threw it too far. Oh! No! Ah, the motherfucker! Okay.
Well,
Soon.
turns out you didn't, so... So all you gotta do is make that second jump.
Mm-hmm. Hey, must be the money.
Unlocky thingy. You know you don't actually have to indulge in my insanity, right?
Oh, but I do.
If you insist.
Ooh, interesting.
Where are you gonna stick that thing?
And you use it to save the mushroom wizard.
That's all well and good, but where are you gonna stick it?
I'm so tempted to have the unlocky thingy be a creature that follows us around. In fact, it's got a face!
That's disturbing.
Look at it galloping over here.
I see it. You shoved it in the hole.
Indeed I did. I am a mushroom wizard. Alright, 5, 11.
Gandalf.
I'm...
Or actually, let me think of something funnier than that. Good enough.
I move by ground, I attack with a shield ally, my special abilities are nothing, enemies are nothing, allies are heroes and mushrooms. I can be picked up. Okay, so let's just strip, take all behaviors.
Oh yeah, we got some work to do, huh?
Indeed.
I guess we're gonna have to continue this.
Indeed, but I am having a good time with this.
I mean, if you're that addicted, I'm not necessarily married to the idea of being on for the stream.
I'm alone in a conference room. I scheduled a meeting with myself in search of quiet. What is it?
Mr. Byron Rafe called? You're a loan officer?
Yes?
He says you've taken out some, quote, Schastye personal loans to make payroll, and unless this project hits big, which it will, you end up slightly homeless. So, please stop offering me a salary.
Coda, I find the right people, I lock them in a room. The only word for what emerges is a miracle. Or we kill each other. Either way, problem solved.
Sorry, you were saying.
As much as I'm loving hearing Dr. Venture, if you're hooked enough to go on your own, by all means. I mean, this is made for good bonus material following a very short little story. I do need to get to bed in the next few minutes, though.
Indeed. Well, I believe in a thing called love.
Always a good thing to believe in.
Indeed. As always, I am SilverRecluse.
And I'm AlphaStar DX. Thanks for watching, and maybe Silver will continue streaming this elsewhere, who knows. But
Indeed.
check it out, the Magic Circle. Great if you enjoy this kind of screwing around and exploring outside of normal dimension, and especially if you like the inside perspective of game development.
Indeed. All very good things. Well, until
Right.
next time, may you reach the moon.
And titwanks are very easy to come by if you know where to go.
Indeed.
Good night.
Good night.